this case, emotional, financial, or practical support. With
Man, been a while since we've been back up here. It's been a while. It's been a while, but we back. We back with another one. So we going live today, right? And I was debating on if I was gonna wait for everybody to get in here or if I was gonna keep going, but I figured I'd get straight into it. That's usually my process. I had some technical difficulties with the computer, so that is one reason why I haven't been posting as much recently. I don't know what happened. It's forces out here working. So, hey, I got parts being ordered for the computer so that way I can get back to pushing out this vibe. Good day, good day. What's up, everybody? Peace and love to the kings and queens. Yeah, we had to get back to it sooner or later, you know what I mean? So this was kind of the fastest way to do it. It's like, I'm not one of them people who sit around with excuses. So once I realized, the computer isn't working fast enough, it's like, I got $1,000 phone. I can't teach outwardly saying we got these robots in our phone, in our pockets, and not using them. So I figured, why not just jump straight into it? But next week, the part will be here. I had a computer back up running again. But today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about how their actions will never match up with the words they choose to use. And as y'all can see, I'm always aware of the words that I use. Choose to use. We are taught at a young age how to walk, how to spell, how to do a lot of different, how to emotionally connect. Even if you got a demonic household that's teaching you the unhealthy way, you start to learn tactics on how to emotionally connect with people. And in today's society, a lot of us are at fault for caring too much. And I only use that word caring too much or that phrase just off the simple fact that a handful of us, especially us that's vibing over here in this space, y'all know we operate on that righteous path. So for a lot of us, when you operating on that righteous path, that comes with a lot of emotional attachments. It comes with a huge amount of sympathy, empathy. Your intuition is fine-tuned on a whole nother level. You are able to see through things, around things. It's like your vision is to infinity and beyond this realm. And a lot of people in today's society are following this witchy demonic playbook. So with them being in cahoots with this playbook, what is this playbook taught? What are their number one tactics that they have to use and do? They have to disconnect us. That's why it's always harder for us. I am not going to speak for everybody that's operating on the other side. It's harder for us to stop caring. It's harder for us to not be honest. It's harder for us not to share that information with them. So we're in a society today where we're actually operating the way we're supposed to be. We feel for other people. We can connect with other people. We empathize with other people. We know how to put ourselves spiritually in other people's shoes. It's kind of like when you ask somebody. I asked a buddy for some advice the other day. He didn't have no responses for me, which I wasn't mad. It just allowed me to realize that he has a hard time putting himself in other people's shoes. That's something that should come simple. We're all humans, Once you get to a certain age, you don't have to tell somebody how to walk. You don't tell somebody how to eat. You just tell them the things that they should put in their body and the things that they shouldn't put in their body. So what you have in all this friction and confliction in between there, you have us operating over here who's the creator is giving us more feelings. Our feelings is used to connect us with this realm. Our feelings help connect information. Our feelings help connect ideas. You need your feelings, but we are forced to disconnect. And you are going to have to learn the tactics when you are dealing with some of these demonic witches, warlocks, these demons, zombies, all of these things, whatever you want to call them, because they are not of our essence. They do not carry the same presence as us. And that's why I did a content recently, but I couldn't get it up. But it was just speaking as far as like how they are so engulfed into their playbook, and that because they have the numbers, we had to learn different tactics as far as how we would maneuver through today's society. And another reason why they say, oh, you have trust issues. You know, I spoke on this previously before, but it's not like we have trust issues. We just trust their actions. We don't got trust issues. I don't got trust issues. I hate when people say that shit. I trust your actions. That's what I do. You can say a million things to me, but I'm gonna go accordingly to your actions. We all understand that words are spells and spells are real. So, what's one of the number one things that Western societies are taught out here? How to shortcut. We have to shortcut everything. Everything is about I, me. Shortcuts here, shortcuts there. So when you put all this information together, it makes so much sense why this side has to force the disconnect and why this side is extremely connected. Why us over here hate when we have to let things go that we don't want to let go, but we know the detriment of our life and our health that it will cause to us, so we choose to let it go. Just like the people we choose to let go. The way society is set up right now is more people that is believing in this 3D realm. Peace and love, sunshine. Peace and love to everybody that's been popping in. I didn't give no warnings, no heads up besides like a quick 5 minute. Y'all know that's how I do anyways, you know. I try to keep everything as organic and upfront as possible. I'm the same way in real life. That's why y'all don't see me just living to spam y'all with a bunch of content, because that's not how it flows in real life. And I'm the same being on this camera as I am in real life. So that's why a lot of people will scurry away from us. Either we're saying too much, we're caring too much, we're doing everything in this righteous field right here that is against what they have going on over here. So it leads to a lot of their actions not matching up with their words. That's why you have to get to a space in today's society where you can operate and allow people to judge you off your actions. You don't like my actions? Hey, that's on you. You know, everybody's not gonna like me, and I'm cool with that. But the thing is with that, at least I know I'm standing solid on my toes. At least I know I'm still moving in the most righteous, divine, highest light that I could possibly move in during that time. We kind of fault ourselves sometimes when we get into positions with people and we're communicating, engaging, and we feel as though, I shouldn't have shared that. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, I'm expressing too much of caring or feelings in between it. Or they're just reading in between the lines of what you're saying, and they could tell that you care on a higher level than they do. What we have to do in those spaces is you have to take it on the chin. Because 10 times out of 10, we already saw the signs long before, and we just chose to ignore, you know. Because we give a lot of chances and opportunities. That's how the creator works. So when you got the creator, that divine working through you, you're gonna find yourself giving people, giving places more opportunities and more chances than what you know, or what you I don't want to say what you know, but how you perceive things to be in what you're giving. Some of the places don't deserve our energy, and we still pull up there anyways. A lot of people don't deserve our vibration and energy. We still give it anyways. You know, a lot of us get to that space, and I could even say me, you know, because I'm in that space too. What's good, homie? What's good, Devin? I see you in here, man. I see you. But a lot of us get to that space to where it's like we can see the demons in people, but we don't never acknowledge the godly energy and vibration that's in them. How many times have you walked up to somebody or had somebody talking to you and you felt that godly vibration? Probably not often, but when you have, it probably hit really hard. Probably with some honesty in between there. You probably felt a little shame, a little guilty, just because that vibration is so strong and so powerful that it even makes your little insecurities pop, especially if you ain't even working on them. So we have a lot of people out here in today's society who are just going to be lost and burnt out forever. They come across people like us, they gonna take advantage and abuse it. You know what I mean? They're not somebody that's gonna benefit to their full for fruitful life. You know what I mean? When I go to the gas station, I'm not gonna put $2, $3 in there. You know, even if that's all I got is $2, $3 to put in there, I'm not gonna make it far. I'm gonna go run around, scrounge up some more change if I'm that low. You know what I mean? Because I gotta be able to maneuver around. It's no different than with these other beings out here. That's why we engage with so many people that actions do not match up with their words. There's so many liars, and right now we just giving different names and titles, but we all know that it still goes to the same vibration and frequency. You know, people say they want honesty, but then when you give them honesty, what they do? He's a runner, he's a track star. She's a runner, she's a track star. They all taking off somewhere the fuck else. They all have to go. They all scramble. You know, if you can hold yourself accountable, and accountability is something that's big for you, you walking the life and using the words. Before, back in the day, before we had all this other extra ish that's out here, my word was my bond. Even young growing up, no cell phones. If I tell my buddies I'm going to be somewhere, I gotta be there. And if I'm not, they entitled to be mad, angry, frustrated with me because they use their energy to be at a certain location, and I chose not to show up, even though I said I could. So all of this is just showing that I do not value that being. I don't really care that much for that being. If it was an emergency or something that happened, that's different. But we gotta realize, like, most things is done on a larger number scale. So when you are like doing your guesstimates and your guesstimations, look at the larger scale, the bigger number. Like, for instance, most people got 10 fingers. That's most. But you do have situations where somebody may only have 9 fingers. You know, I done been in school where somebody had 3 fingers on this hand and only 2 fingers on this one. You know, but he was still fully functioning. He was still Gucci. But I wouldn't use his life situation as an example for most people. Most people are walking. Most people aren't in wheelchairs. So it's always going to be that one far out anomaly that you can use. But we want to stick with the masses. When you follow the masses, what are the masses doing? You can't tell the witches from the righteous women. The righteous women, it's like, it should be some distinguishing between them. Same thing with the men. You can't tell the witchy men from the righteous men. Especially if your spirit, and the Christians will say your discernment is off, your intuition is off. If you're not connected spiritually, if you're not in tune or tapped in with those vibrations, then people will constantly use these word spells to manipulate your energy. And when you moving in a righteous light, you always gonna feel it in the inside. So it's always gonna be a process that you gotta work through. It's like you could only know this person for a couple months and you don't feel as connected with them as you was with somebody that you know for a super long time, but you still got a connection. So with you having to remove them because their words isn't matching up, you still gotta go through your stomach chakra, your heart chakra, your third eye chakra. You still gotta get all of these aligned. Some people get the butterflies, some people hearts start going like all fluttery crazy, some people get rocking headaches. You have to keep everything in sync and in tune when you have these things going on, because these people are intentionally doing these things to tweak your energy, to get a rise out of you, to pull you either down or to just get you to self-sabotage. A lot of what they're doing today, because we're kind of past that other transition now, because it's so much information, now they're forcing things like self-sabotage. So it's a lot more sneakier, it's a lot more manipulative. So, for instance, like you can have witches or warlords you sleeping with, you know what I mean? And every time you roll over, they roll over. You move, they move. You know, you're sitting on the couch, you look this way, they looking at you when you're not looking, and as soon as you turn your head straight, not to even look at them, you're just looking straight. here they go turning their head away because they feed off of you. They feed off of us. That's why they have to make so much contact with us. If you haven't noticed, you gotta pay attention and be in tune with these things because you're gonna run into it a lot. And the thing is like if you're not tapped in and aware of what's going on, you're gonna feel like you hurting yourself. You're gonna feel like you're overdoing it, you know. And I have to go through that process a lot myself too. But at the end of the day, every time I recycle through that process, I realize I'm a motherfucker who care. It's that simple. Like I'm a warrior at heart too. I knock your head off, but I am somebody who cares, you know. And I know most of us, we care. So when we have to shut that shit down, that requires us to use darker, harder energy. You ever processed how you had to handle things harder on the inside every time you had to remove a food, remove a being, pull yourself out of a location? We always have to do these things because that's not naturally where our spirit resides at. The other beings that don't process the way we do, that's where their spirit, that's where their team resides at. That's why there's always this friction, this bumping heads. You could not be leading somebody off a bridge, off a cliff, off into damnation, and they still will go the opposite way. They still will not see that godly energy in you. They still only looking for that demonic entity and energy within you. They want you to be like them. Okay, well, I'm sneaky, I'm manipulative, my words don't match up. Well, this person could be the same way, but every time you show them that's not you, it puts another like stake inside of them. If y'all know what the stakes do to the vampires, they want all that smoke. You put a stake, a Bible, a cross anywhere near them. Them vampires want all the smoke. It's no different than what a lot of these beings out here. It's just the movies have did such a good job at over exaggerating things that it gets harder for people to even process a lot of this shit now. Like most of us never seen nobody get offed, you know, moved on to their next journey, killed, you know, in real lifetime. But we desensitized to it because we see so much of it in movies and TV shows. So now if somebody gets hurt in real life, most people just keep it moving. Good day, Sakina. I see you. I see you. Blessings, blessings. We out Florida. We out Florida today. Okay. Hey, we everywhere, you know. I'm going to be doing this a little bit more often this week, too. And I wasn't going to run up too long because we will be at this all week. They're going to be increments. It's not going to be a full sit-down hour because I'm just waiting to get this cooling fan back so I can get my computer back running. But I couldn't just not get up here and not catch no vibes, you know what I mean, and not put no information out there. When I got into this space, I didn't even know I was going to be in this space. The universe just pushed me out here like, here, you got to go do it. I've been putting you through enough battles. You may not want to do it, but you're going to do it anyways. If you don't fight it, who else going to fight it? If you don't try to stay consistent, who else going to stay consistent? Everybody else is following the same way. You know how many podcasters I see doing the exact same shit, got the exact same setup? It's all spells. It's like, okay, this recipe worked over here, so let me use the same recipe over here. And it's like, it's no more creativeness. Be more creative. Like, if everybody is making thumbnails, fuck a thumbnail. Won't you put all your substance in you as a being, in your information and your knowledge that you give? Like, that's how I feel. Like, you either gonna rock with me and fuck with me, or you not. And it ain't even really me. I'm just the vessel being accessed through. You know what I mean? So when I go, it's gonna be another vessel that's in place that's doing the same work. So for me, it got a lot more meaning and substance to it, and I do care. And I will never be one of them people that get up here and shoot the shit and fake it. Like, nah, I don't care. I don't feel anything. You just not supposed to care about anything. You're not supposed to do this. You're not. Nah. I'm human. I'm having this human experience the same as y'all. So for me, I give a lot of chances and opportunities too. You know, young, mid, new, middle age. Gotta be a leader. The ones you talking about are followers at heart, or will deny it when called out. Hey, that's big facts. That's big facts. In the same space. Hey, shout out to Miss Tina. You've been sending a lot of love and vibrations. They have definitely been being received. Everybody has. It's just this one been more consistent, and I'm seeing it up there right now. But peace and love. I definitely be in the comments. I know I haven't always had a chance to go through and heart everybody, because anybody that does content creation or just out here in the YouTube realm or in any of these digital content realms, the more you indulge and not discipline yourself, the more you blow your balloon up in your ego. And for me, I'm a real life person. I got real life shit going on out here that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. So, I check everything out. I'm always in there dabbling. It's just I have to bounce back and forth because I have to make sure I stay disciplined and not, filling this balloon up. I'm good in the space that I'm in, but if you don't pay attention, you will be consumed by it. So for me, I'm always working on these little disciplinary things. I got up and made sure I got a workout in today, even though I ain't feel like it, at like 8 o'clock. But my energy was off balance. I had some witches sending some weird vibrations to me. So for me, that was just one of the small things I had to do to just get up and to kind of get my wheels rolling. Then the universe was just like, yo, you ain't been up here to parlay with the tribe in a while. It's been almost 5 days. This is probably the longest I've ever been without posting. That's why I said I'm just gonna go live. But I really just wanted to touch base on that. If anybody that's in here got any questions or anything that y'all wanted to share or anything, y'all can. If not, remember it for the next time. Because if we're not back in here tomorrow is Saturday. We will be back in here Sunday. It's a full-time grind out here. I'm gonna try to get back on Saturday, but it'll be a full-time grind. You know what I mean? So we have to make sure that we can keep lights and roofs and everything on, So for me, I don't chase the dollar bill up here. I do it for the love and for the vibration and just being able to share all this love and light, because there's not a lot of it out here, and then the ones that is trying to do it, some of them aren't sincere. So that's why some of these people can say like, oh, that content creator isn't the same in real life as he is on his channel. But to me, this is just a fucking phone that I'm speaking through. I'm still me. So if you pull up on me in real life, this better be my vibration. That's just how I always been built. You know what I mean? So even if it's been witchy shit that I done, I still been solid in the witchy shit that I done. I lived and I learned, and that's why I'm up front now, making sure that I can counter the things that I did do in my previous life and in my past time. We are all different. No two people are the same. If someone tells you you're different, then just know that you are out to harvest what they see in you. Kind of like the representative you meet in the beginning of. Yeah. And I already know where you're getting at with the representative thing. That's the whole narcissistic thing. A lot of people are in that narcissistic category, or I just call them demons. Like, you just don't run into a bunch of righteous people and then treat them as if they're demons, But people do that because they know the worth, they see the worth, but they don't know the value. Yeah, I'm not big on that representative and all that artificial, let me be fake and fugazi shit. So for me, I lose people all the time. I grew up, moving around a lot. So for me, I had to learn at a young age, between 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like, you're gonna lose people that you care about. You're gonna move away from people that you care about. When I was younger, there wasn't a cell phone, so if I didn't have a house phone or if my buddies moved and changed numbers, then I wouldn't have contact with them again. So I kind of had to learn at a young age how to let go of people that I didn't want to let go of. It's that simple. I don't want to let go of everybody that I let go of, but I understand that I have to. Whether it's by force, by moving, or by me forcing the situation, because the shit is just unhealthy. Egos don't like the truth. I'm 50-50 on that, because when I think of egos, the EGO, I always think of egos, the bird, the actual physical representation we have of the eagle out here. The ego, the real ego, is one of the most solid, humble birds you'll ever come across. And it's extremely powerful. And if you ever do your research on it, like, the eagles, they have to, they get an extended 10 years to 15 years on their life if they beat their beak and straighten it back up, because throughout time they beat whatever they call it, it bends downward. So they have to beat it up against the mountain, the rocks, the trees, whatever, to straighten it back out, which I can only imagine is extremely painful, you know. But they put themselves through their process and they extend their lifespan here in this realm an extra 10 to 15 years. But it is been changing new frequencies lately. Good light coming soon. Hey, big facts. The good light is already here. We just gotta make sure we keep it lit. We are all different, but we could learn something from the people. Would be easier if everyone was on a conscious level of wanting the world to be a better place. Just a lot of bad entities. That's true too. That's true too. It is a lot of bad entities out here. And it's crazy because people walk around, you'll meet people, you'll get off of this stream and meet people that say they're good people, and then they just still operating in disgusting energy. You know? It's just in them. It's just in them. And a lot of it came from either who was ever in the house parenting them on their upbringing, or wherever they spent the most of their time at coming up. You know, for me, I grew up with my mom being witchy, right? But I'm a male, so my process was different. It's always like, oh, I can go in my room, or I can sneak out the house, or I'll sneak out to this place. Like, I was figuring out ways to get away from my mom, but I understood, like, what that energy would do to me when I was younger in that space. Now that I'm older, her energy doesn't hit the same way, you know, so I kind of have a little bit more better relationship with my mom. That's my handler, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's distant, it's not the same, you know. We see each other maybe once or twice a year. We communicate maybe 3-4 times throughout the year. It's very minimal, you know. Y'all don't even hear me speak about my sperm donor. As natural law, he did his part, you know. He got some great genetics. Thank you, sperm donor, you know. He got the fuck out the way. I just had to figure out the rest myself, you know. I love the way your mind moves to it. Man, if everybody would understand this process, it would make waking up, operating through society so much easier and smoother. Like, I get disgusted when I put in this, I'm just speaking as far as work I just put in throughout my life, right? Not no egotistical things, I know it's just talking about that. But I do kind of get a little disgusted when I know the battles that I fought. I know how much I've overcame to get to the space and the position that I'm in right now in life. And a lot of people wouldn't even be meeting me or knowing who I am in real lifetime or here if I hadn't been putting in the fucking work and grinding and fighting the way I've been fighting. And when I run into people and they just give me this disgusting energy, spiritually, I be whooping their ass. Physically, the words I be using, they be a lot subtle, humble. You know what I mean? I get out the way. I do different things. But spiritually, when they show me that in their spiritual world, I have no value, I start removing myself spiritually from allowing them to take up any space in my inner space. So you won't have a room in my bedroom, you won't have a room in my bathroom, you won't have a space hanging out in my living room, you know what I mean? You won't even be at my front door. I'll catch you in the driveway occasionally. But outside of that, no sir. Blessings, blessings. My parents hate me, but I don't hate them. Everything going to be all right. Yeah, I don't hate them either. You know, we wouldn't be here, we wouldn't be where we are today if we didn't have them bring us into this world. If they wasn't engaging and doing the things they were doing. But as the title says, like, a lot of our parents' actions don't match up to their words, you know. They want to be labeled as good parents, but look at the work you put in. Look at the work you put in. Your child done had to fight 50 million times more harder because you want to say you're a good parent, but you ain't taking the steps to show that you are. Somebody who had 4 boys and raised them by self and God, I have to say that they are like a magnet to me. Yeah, I believe in hearing you let me know I did something right versus how I beat myself. Hey, big facts. Hey, big facts. Being woke. Big facts. And I send you a lot of love and light because a lot of us don't get that acknowledgement from the work we put in. It's like you just bust your ass fighting for your life every day. You just survived yesterday and stayed alive. Now you run into somebody else and they treat you like a piece of shit and they ready to put you back down in the ground again. And it's like, and you got yourself in a space where it's like, I don't want to stop caring, but now I have to use this other energy to keep myself protected. It's like, I don't want to meet everybody every day. I meet somebody today, tomorrow, the next day, and I got to keep explaining my life history. Like, fuck all that. You should be able to tell by my fruits. My fruit should be falling out my pocket. They should be hanging from my locks. Like, hey, words that I'm saying, you should be able to tell, all right, there's some kind of common sense or knowledge in there by the way this man uses his words. Simple. It's a very simple process. That's why I be saying, like, the words don't match up. They have to make things complicated. They have to be chaotic. They have to be a disturbance in your life, in this realm, in this reality. That's how they feed themselves. If you notice, anytime anything is flowing good for them, they'll figure out some shitty shit to say, or they'll figure out some weird way to bring the vibration down. It's like, look, it was flowing good for you. So why are you like, they got a raise at the job, and they're like, oh, I don't want to be here at this job today. Sally is talking to me all weird. Like, shut the hell up. You just got a raise. You just got your car fixed. You had all these other things going on. Instead of saying your cup is half full, you listening to somebody with their cup half empty. I got off the phone with a male associate of mine like a week or two ago, because I'm giving him all this love and light and trying to pick him up in a space to where he's countering what I'm saying with lower vibrations. And I just was thinking to myself, I said, you know what, bro? I'm gonna get off this phone right now, because I'm giving you a lot of life right now, and you are countering it with this low vibration. This low vibration you sitting in, bro, I can't be in this low vibration. I don't like to say word can't. I will not be in this low vibration right now. I got too many things I'm building and moving forward, bro. If we're gonna build and communicate, let's make sure we keep the communication on the up and up. You ain't gotta kiss my ass, I ain't kissing your ass, but we can communicate on a healthy level without it being this pull down thing. And then what you know in the space that I'm in, you should already know that I have some kind of knowledge and understanding. So you should be like, all right, yeah, bro is kind of tapped in over here. It's like going to a mechanic asking about your car and then just going off your own assumptions. It don't make sense. So when you deal with people that don't make sense, you just automatically have to assume that they're using the demonic playbook. You'll drive yourself crazy trying to figure it and explain and elaborate and break it down. And you came up with multiple angles on how to give them this information. And they still only have one way to twist it up. It'd be mind-blowing. I'd be sitting over here in my spirit world just like, oh, I can't believe you are doing this right now. And then I tell myself, after I throw my spiritual blows at them, I tell myself like, bro, you know better. Bro, you know better. I have to tell myself, bro, you know better. But this life being connected to the source, like we just give so much love and life, and we have to understand that it's not always going to be reciprocated. About 70% of the time, it will not be reciprocated. 70, so that means 30% you will get back. 70, the predominant, the bigger number, you will not see it from the ones that you're giving it to. You're going to reap that from the universe. You reap it from the universe. If I give a homeless man right now the couple dollars of change that I got on me, which I do occasionally if the universe tells me, because some people just be out there hustling. The universe will let me know if they need it or not, and I give it. I don't question it. I don't care if they're going to drink it, smoke it, step on it, throw it away. I don't give a damn. The universe told me to give, so I give. That's just how I am. Just like if the universe tell me I got to serve you up this ass woman, I got to have you. Spiritually or physically, I gotta have you. This warrior spirit ain't going nowhere. If you don't want no warrior, no masculine man, if you don't want nobody that's a leader, that's solid, you can't be around this vibration. A lot of people take what we say as, oh, you're angry, you're mad. No, you just not used to people being honest or straightforward with you. Anytime I use my serious or straightforward voice, it's always, oh, you're angry and mad. It's like, bro. Or which, you don't even know what mad is like with me. You ain't never seen me angry. You just know what this sternness, this straightforwardness, this honesty feels like. you can read my vibration. You could probably tell that, oh, he probably has put his hands on some people in his lifetime. Yes, I have. And I ain't got no problem doing it again. Just not to no females. I'm 38 and never hit a female. It's not on my to-do list. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, in my world, you don't get any points for that. You don't level up. You don't, if anything, you go downward. That's like me hitting a baby. So in comparison, I don't give a damn if you're a 68-year-old woman, a 30-year-old woman, a 2-year-old female. It's all the same to me. To the demonic entities, I cannot speak for them. I can't speak for them. I'm naturally taught to provide and protect for the opposite. Even if I'm not doing it for them physically, like right now, that's just how my spirit is set up. And it's just because we don't have the community built for it that way yet. That's big fat. The undesirable gotta go against the desirable, walking in rejection. Daily fighting to keep our spirits up. And if we chilling and neutral, something still gets us. That's big facts. That is big facts. You put your car in neutral, somebody gonna bump you from behind. They gonna be, oh, why wasn't you going? You got it in neutral on the road, somebody gonna reverse into you. Oh, boop, I didn't see you. You chilling, trying to just mind your business, driving, taking it. Somebody gonna cut you the fuck off. And then flick you off as they cut you off, because you're the problem. I'll be so blown. I'm like, look, I don't have a problem with you or your car. I'm just trying to get from point A to point B. Look, if they had more roads, I promise you, you would not even see me. I would be gone, on a whole nother side. But they take it personal. We don't do that. That's why I try not to battle too much, and I just say, all right, it's only 2 playbooks. You gonna fuck with me or you not gonna fuck with me. It's gonna be that simple, Ain't no in-betweens. They gotta be the dream killers, yep. Telling you to live your dream, like, how, what the fuck? They gonna tell you to live your dream while they're sitting there trying to tweak your energy and destroy you at the same time, too. That's what they do. They'll tell you, yeah, you should live your life. Live your life, do what you gotta do. But a lot of them, what I've been running to recently is, the witches, they don't even like ask you questions about you anymore. It's literally self. I never thought I would be in a space as a male that would have this many issues with the opposite sex. Because growing up, through the other transitions, it was more of the same sex issues. But once you transition spiritually in this war, your opposite sex is your motherfucking enemy. You got same-sex enemies, but the opposites can get to you more. Men get to women more. Women get to men more. It's that simple. Men don't have women friends unless they have some real kind of establishment. Well, most men I know is always looking for some cheeks on the side. So even for me, like I got associates, but I don't got no female friends because I'm not in that transition in my life anymore. You know what I mean? When I was a teenager, it was different. I was in school with these people. We was all friends. That's different. I'm a grown-ass man now. I'm living life. I'm operating. So you got to serve some kind of purpose in my life. We're going to be working on some business or something, creating something together. But as far as me just going to hang out and vibe, like that's not how this society is set up. Y'all should automatically, most women should automatically assume like men by nature want sex. Not saying that that's all men want, but by nature. If he's a masculine man, he's gonna want some, but that doesn't mean that's all he's going to want. But then when you deal with the demons, that's all that's on their to-do list. So then you got these weird gurus who their words ain't matching up with their actions. These weird gurus is telling people, men can have sex with many people if they want to, and women need to be loyal to their men and blah, blah, yeah. Under natural law, in certain circumstances, that is kind of true. But where society is at right now, and understanding the totality, I got feelings and connections too. So if you think that it only messes up women's pair bonding, you tripping. It fucks with the man's pair bonding too. That's why we scramble and we just like, we'll just get another one, replace another one, replace another one, replace another one. It fucks up the pair bonding. You know what I mean? You got to start doing things differently. As much as you don't want to, you're going to have to. I don't have male or female friends. I'm like, yeah, friends is some shit. Friends is some shit. I don't, friend, take out the R, you got fiends. I don't even, I tell my daughter, like, your friends, you just cool with them because you met them in school. Y'all vibe together. Oh, y'all friends? Oh, y'all cool because y'all in the same neighborhood. You didn't choose these ones as your friends. You know, y'all just kind of help the situations. Kind of like when you got coworkers that you work with and y'all became friends, or what the girls call them. I mean, like, oh, this is my work hubby. That's some weird. That's a demon. Any female says she got a work hubby is a demon. That is a full-on witch. She's been a witch for a very long time. Stay far away from them. Any female that says, oh yeah, I'm better friends with males. Bullshit. Bullshit. All the men want the cheeks and you just not giving them the cheeks. Bullshit. That is a whole nother witch hiding. That is a whole nother witch hiding. You know what I mean? Any witchy man, oh, I ain't ready to settle down. I ain't ready to settle down. Oh, can we fuck? Hey, you don't need to get the cheeks if you ain't ready to chill out. This whole dating thing got to be re-swapped around. Not anything. None of the words is matching with the actions. It don't matter what part of the spectrum you view it from. Oh, Riyadh Trip. Oh, much love. Peace, peace, family. I haven't been live in forever. I know. That's because I've been having all this weird witchy stuff going on. Like the past 2-3 months, I would say is like, this is my first few months on child support. Clearly I'm present, but I got another witch that I signed up for. We've been back and forth for a court. She just trying to pull me out my daughter's life. I've been fighting the schools, the courts. Like, I haven't been discussing it as much, but that's where I be at. So now they done taxed me for an extra $500 to take care of my daughter, which I already take care of. So it's like a lot of things that be simultaneously happen. And for me, I'd rather knock some of my obstacles out the way so that way I can come up here and present, you know, better energy. Like, we all got shit we going through, so my shit ain't no worse or no easier than the next person. There's somebody else that's going through a lot worse than me. You know what I mean? But it's the obstacles keep coming between them. BM still working her witchy ass tactics. Oh my God. I be feeling like DC Young Fly, I ain't gonna lie. Like, if I could just swipe left on my BM, I would, like, if they said, you know what, Beats, you could swipe left right now and get her out of here, nigga. I'm gone. Nyaw! The fuck out of here. My daughter will figure this shit out later in life, but not going through this shit, hell nah. Call it what you want. They be like, no, that's wrong to say. I don't care. It's a lot of wrong shit being done out here. So what? If I'm gonna do wrong, at least I'm gonna do it with the most righteous energy behind me. That shit is for my daughter. Shit. You won't be out here creating a whole nother witch to follow in your footsteps because you wanna be a demon. Then I had some weird shit with the car. The computer started tweaking out. It was just like a lot of little things started happening all at one time. You know what I mean? Yeah, DC Young Fly, he didn't have to say it. He did say it, but it was other people that was like, that was happy for him. But it is some content out there with him, like, he ain't want to deal with her. And I wouldn't be surprised if he used his BM as a sacrifice because he did level up more. But that's just part of the process. I've been hit with the deliberate covert noise campaigns from neighbors. It's weird. They don't even know me. Like someone putting them up to doing it. Yeah, them demons is. You must be working on something more righteous. Your energy, your vibes must be more lit, more light. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you had that stuff going on, y'all see me when I'm outside, it's airplanes everywhere. I could not even be near the airport and they ass still find me. You know why? Because we got trackers and GPSs on everything. That'd be lawyers and private investigators fucking with the hell yeah. I had a phone call with my daughter yesterday because when I went back to the course, it's a weird process. She has to call me on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. I still see her and get my time, but Dad got also added in there. But had the same thing happen. I'm on the phone with my mini. My phone is usually good. And while I'm on the phone with her, I only get a short period of time. My phone started tweaking out. It started lagging, loading. It kept freezing the screen. it said fail call because we FaceTime. I'm just like, yo, this shit tripping. And I almost got frustrated because it's the second time it happened while I was on the phone with her. But it's just like, bro, you already know what you up against. It's like, I get hit in the stomach. I'm like, oh shit, you hit me. And then I'm like, all right. And then I step back and recover because I know if I react too fast, you liable to counter and catch me again. So just try and be mindful. You know, we are responding and reacting. You just gotta be aware of your responses and your reactions. They go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. You're never reacting without responding, unless it's like you blinking. That's like a reaction. Your body is reacting. Your doctor hit your knee. You could be sitting there thinking about La La Land. Doctor hit your knee. Your knee still gonna go up. You could be watching your knee and saying, "Don't move," when the doctor hits it. Bomb. That shit still go up. It's a reaction. Some things is just a natural reaction. Peace, peace, Yosh. Peace, peace, man. I appreciate everybody popping in, because I definitely didn't give a notice, and every time I go live, I say I'm only going to do it for like 10, 15 minutes. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, man, you guys shut the up a little bit. I know. I do sometimes, but I hadn't been up here in a while. That's really why I got up here and wanted to show some love and light and mention how they actions aren't matching up. What's up, bro? James, I ain't chopped it up with you in a minute, man. James been loyal, man. That's Brody right there, man. Tap in with bro, man. He a good spirited dude, man. He been sending a lot of vibes and loves for some years now, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. And Paris, I see you, Paris. Paris be tapped in real heavy too, you know. I see everybody showing the love and light. And I do be peeping everything. Don't be thinking that, oh, he didn't see this one, he gonna ignore me. Nah, I'm not one of those kind of beings out here. I had somebody stop me the other day. I was like, I seen you somewhere before. And I just kept thinking to myself, for one, I used to be out in the street, so I'm just like, do you know somebody I know? Your peoples know me. It's always that the edgy street side first, and then afterwards, like, oh, just settle down. Settle your energy down, bro. You need to walk that way no more. But I know I still gotta be protected because of the wars that's going on. It's like, yeah, are you on YouTube? It's like, oh, you're famous. I said, no, I'm not. I am not famous. I'm just somebody who put in a lot of work. I just put in a lot of work, you know, spiritually. That's why I feel comfortable sitting up here and giving this information. I can move on to my next journey and don't feel like, oh, I was not putting my best foot forward to help and heal and prepare as many people as possible. Outside of picking my own self up while I'm going through my own shit, while opening doors people beside me, and these people are trying to cause more damage, bring more confusion, be more conflict of an interest, like just all these things. You know what I mean? So your energy, I feel you. Hey, that's mandatory. That's mandatory. It's a war. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a masculine male. Some days when things hit me, that little ragey fire be in here. I be fired the fuck up. When I say I be fired the fuck up, I be ready to do something right now. Right now. I be almost in that kamikaze mode, and I be having to chill. Like the creator be like, chill. We're gonna get you to do something else. But I can't have you wasting it right here because you allowing your energy and motion to kind of take lead a little bit. Yeah, they good at their job. It's a job, you know what I mean? And they've been working it for a long time, so they are good. Hey, I appreciate you, Yankee. I appreciate you. I appreciate that a lot. I do. Because I'm just a regular being out here, and I deal with regular beings who just allow everything to go clean over their head. You know what I mean? But when you fighting this battle on ground, on foot, it don't hit the same as when you right here doing this. You know, right here is like, it's welcoming is different than when you out there with the actual entities and battling, and then somebody trying to tell you about the, I don't even like to say it, that little, they want to put up in there. You know what I mean? It's like, clearly somebody put it in there, so I don't know what to tell you. You want to make me believe in it. Like, I believe that somebody's doing something out here, but as far as like believing in that process, nah. I don't trust you, system. I don't trust the system. And I would advise everybody else to, everything is on a percentage scale. So when I say that, I mean, I don't trust the system. I don't trust them like 90%. It's a small 10% that I do trust. But that 90% I do not trust. I do not trust. Yeah, I already know, bro. You be on it. I already know, James. You be on it. He's sharp too, man. We just all take on different spaces during this battle time. You know what I mean? But just understanding that we are one. You know, we do love, we do care a lot, we do feel, and we do beat ourselves up a little bit when we crack open the door or leave somebody leeway, and they do that witchy thing. And then we feel even worse when they do it 2 or 3 more times because we know better. But just remember, we give chances and opportunities because that's what the Creator does. How's somebody gonna say, oh, God forgives, but then we not giving chances and opportunities? You know what I'm saying? If we ain't moving on demon time, we moving on God time. Moving on God time, shit, you gonna get chances and opportunities with me, goddammit. I'm just gonna have to take it on the chin. That's just how it's gonna come. I don't really know what else to say about that part. You know what I mean? I'll minimize how long I keep you in that space, and I'll minimize the information I choose to share with you. You know, you're so blessed to be able to express yourself in that way, like on a platform, especially love God. That's always. And the thing is with that, the universe created the space for me to be able to do this because I've always walked this way just outside of the camera. So I've always been that person who was really good at sports, really good with girls. I was really active, like in my community. I was super popular in the school, but I still didn't fit in. One, because I wasn't from Virginia, I'm from New York, so that always kept me as an outsider. Everybody is already grouped up, clicked up, so every so often, like, I'm bumping around from different friends groups and all this other weird shit, you know what I'm saying? Bang blood. I done been through a rack of shit. You know, in all those spaces that I've been in, I realized I still always been me. I always been me. I always been me. Whether I slapped somebody that didn't deserve to be slapped or whether I did slap somebody that did, I still always was me. Something tweaked my energy for me to put my hands over there or for me to give you that spiritual energy. You know what I mean? And to me, it means more just being solid and being honest. Like, we all gotta get the fuck out of here. Right? Nobody gets to stay. So I want to position everyone around me to have the best opportunities. And I also don't want to go to that weird space when I'm out of here either. You think I want to go to the same space they going to? No, I don't. That's why I put the work in and I grind. And then once you see the fruits from following the Creator, it just feels way better. When I processed going through obstacles before I was really walking this way heavy, it was different. My stomach chakra, I used to have butterflies and shit a lot more, so I had a hard time aligning my stomach chakra. That was it for me. I wasn't a headache guy. You know, I'm big in the heart, I'm big in the stomach. You know what I mean? And for me, once I came to wits and I just really aligned myself with that, I don't have these two things like giving me that much of a hard time anymore. What I have now occasionally out the blue is this one right here will start doing that spinny thing. And I'll have to just woosah and settle the energy down. And I know that's just from me not slowing down and then with the amount of attacks coming. Because it don't put no fear in here, and it don't worry me that much that I'm constantly processing it, you know what I mean? Because I can always just substitute it for the Creator. It's a bigger purpose out here. Then I can't fathom why the baby mom, baby dad, it's just me going down so far. Like, yeah, that shit is never going to stop. Any of you guys in the Philly area, it's rough out here. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Philly. You know what I mean? I be through that way occasionally, but I'm pretty sure it's some out there, you know, the purification process. You have any resolutions between BMs and BDs at war? I would say be like this painting. Organized, beautiful, chaotic, structured, you know, colorful, like, y'all, I couldn't give you anything outside of what I would give myself. Like, I'm the BD who got the witchy BM. So for me, my daughter has to bear the brunt of it. and then I have to take a lot of backlash. Even if she got all her other niggas in place, because my BM is attractive, so she does have a lot of options, but it's a lot of demonic, witchy shit. It's just weird. For me, in that space, man, once it gets too demonic and you are trying to hurt the children, I just want to swipe left on you. I don't have any middle ground for that. Only middle ground I have is y'all already know if y'all been tapped in. I've been back and forth in the courts trying to get this full custody. Like, you can go for full custody and keep fighting and 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 fighting some more, or, start working that magic. Figure out how to swipe left, Sometimes you don't have to do any physical work. We know that people could send us healing energy and send us hurtful energy. We can do the same thing. We just do it on a much higher level and frequency. You know what I mean? That's why when we go around touching people, it starts turning into gold. Everything they're thinking about, it starts prospering. We start bringing light and life to it. You know how many buddies I done fucking pulled their ideas out for them? They did the work, but I pulled the ideas out for them. I gave it so much momentum, like the Energizer Bunny. As soon as they pull up, as soon as they call, it's no different than these witches out here that I have to deal with on a regular basis. All these witches saying, oh, I want a good man to do this, I want a good man to do that, and I wanna. No, you don't. No, you don't. You either need a feminized man, or you just want to be a demon witch and destroy that light. Because you know that we not moving like the rest of them. I've had the spiritual texts been extra lately, or am I off base? Nah, it has been a little extra. I ain't gonna lie. Ever since that little fake alien invasion thing, which I believe probably was just some kind of hologram shit. And then you got the Cat Williams thing, which is like a distraction, but it's like a good, healthy distraction. I don't know. It's a lot of weird stuff going on out here. Like, you can live and be honest, but you won't be able to do it on those levels, So even seeing all of this stuff with Cat Williams, it's like, I like Cat. I always fucked with Cat for a long time. I always thought he was at least one of the most solid beings and comedians in that realm out there. But it's like, it's too much light on you. It's way too much light on you. It's way too much light on you. And they're in charge. You know what I mean? So either they're using that energy so that it can be a distraction to that Miami situation. If y'all tapped into Miami when they shut the mall down, I be tapped in with all the recent things. I just don't always discuss it because we got enough people that do it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can get that shit from somewhere else. You already know how I feel about it. Like, I don't trust the system. They've been doing holograms and flying things in the air that's not really there. So for me to believe it's like some 10-foot creature walking and there's always this like bad gradient video. Like, these cameras is amazing, but they always show us the shittiest version. And then the Miami thing, they just kept showing like the helicopter version. It wasn't no phone footage versions of it, So it's just a weird process. On the ton the other day to pick up some food and damn near caught a charge. Hey, man. Oh, man, I feel that 1,000%, man. I feel that. Hey, the thing is with this system, you're not going to be able to avoid all charges, because what's going to happen is it's going to make you weak, it's going to make you a simp, it's going to make you a bitch, it's going to make you all of those things that you don't want to be. Sometimes you are going to have to stand, you're going to have to stand solid, take charge, and be like, it is what it is. Sometimes you will have to do that. No, I'm not saying go crash out and be no dummy or anything like that, But everybody always look at the consequences like, oh, I don't want to go to jail. Yeah, nobody wants to go to jail. I never met one person that wanted to go to jail, but sometimes that's called for. I know a lot of people don't want to go to school, but you know what? We force their ass to school. I don't know. I'm a warrior, so my shit is set up differently. I be with all the smoke. If any females around me, like, you got a solid kamikaze. Like, I jump out of windows for the people around me. You know what I mean? And that's one luxury that women do get when you have a solid man. as a protection. You know, you got somebody who's going to sacrifice his life at any given moment for you. A lot of these other demon men ain't gonna do it. They gonna get the cheeks and go. You know what I mean? So Cat Williams on the Willie D Live show, though, you should watch. I already seen the Willie D Live. I watched the whole. I didn't watch the whole Willie D one. I watched the Shannon Sharp one. Willie D, once he got around to Willie D, that was extra. It's like whipped cream. Like, come on, Cat, you overdoing it now. Like, you been had the momentum. Go back and give some love and light. Now it seems like an agenda when he goes back and do the second one with Willie D. And then as soon as they do it, they automatically start like taking clips and chopping it up and trying to get one to go viral and get the most views and all this other shit. Like, bro, you already got the wave. It's Shannon Sharp. You realize he's already a part of the beast. You know what I mean? You already got Willie D. You realize he's already a part of the beast. Like, them people they already gonna go viral. So, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And then I like Cat, but I'm still not a fan of all the big ass jewelry that you just. I know niggas who rob people. So, like, if they don't know you and you just walking around with big jewelry, celebrity or not celebrity, that's like, to me, that's like, come and take it or come and try me. And I'm not saying people shouldn't wear big jewelry and do their thing, you know what I mean? But we in a society now where we are supposed to be shifting and transitioning. But if the righteous men look like pimps and the righteous women look like whores, y'all tell me what's up. Because I get confused, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be like, oh, I'm not a whore. I don't do this, I don't do that. But then your actions, the tendencies are all still the same of a whore. Nigga be like, oh, I ain't demonic. I don't be using them whore. I don't be using them women. Hey, look, bro. You got a main girl and then you got 50 other side ones that aren't even valuable. Like, you downgraded for the box and you took on more weird spiritual energy just for the box. Shit just don't be worth it to me. I don't know. To me, when it comes plentiful, too many choices. You know, sometimes it comes so plentiful, you just like, you know what? I'll pass on all of it. I don't want any of it right now because I gotta focus my energy in other places. You know what I mean? There are a lot of paradoxes out here. Pulpit pimps, pastors, churches. Yeah, they everywhere. You know, it's hard to get around it. You know, cake is the jug. Big facts. Yeah, they jigging, they working, they finessing, they moving. It's a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? But I appreciate everybody tapping in, man. This was a good convo. You know, we all got to share some love and light. We're going to be doing this more often. It's not just going to be because the computer is down and, you know, that foot is on the back of my neck. Like, hey, because if I was doing this for $1 bill, y'all know I would be pushing out 2-3 videos a day, right? If this was really about chasing $1, I would be pushing out 2-3 videos a day. 2-3 videos a day would compensate for how they hide my channel and my content and they take people off my subscribers list. You know what I mean? So I don't flood y'all with that because I ain't doing it for the bag. That's not, if I want to chase the bag, I gotta go do some ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying? Like put on a dress or go like twinkle my toes or some weird shit. Like, I'm cool. I'd rather get that genuine love and give that genuine love back out and just have it close-knit like this than chase around that other shit. So many distractions after awakening, realize so much of what we think is a lie. I love sports now. I only watch sports to make money now. That's it, Yankee. That's it. I be in running them numbers. That's it. I'm a high-risk liver. I'm a high-risk investor. You will not get anywhere by not taking chances. You know what I mean? You will not get anywhere by not taking any chances. Man, we appreciate you too, bro. James, man, you been pretty solid, man. I'm gonna send that love and vibe right back to you, man. But I gotta get ready to get out here and get this flow going. I gotta be up to see my mini for lunch. You know, I'm very present. You could try to maneuver me and move me out the picture, but I'm one of them like bleach stains that you just cannot get out. I'm that slime that you got on your shirt that will not come off. You know what I mean? I'm that salt that you put just a little bit too much on your food and you cannot take it off. It's like, damn, it's too much salt. I can't remove it. That's why you always do too little before you do too much. You know what I mean? So, oh man, that is good, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in. We definitely ran this up way longer than I expected to. Y'all came with the love and the vibes, man, so we just kept it rolling. It's how the universe set us up. You know what I mean? But I don't have everything down in the description yet. This is the live, so but I will put it down. And y'all already know I'm always gonna tell you I tap into the description. It's just all my links and all that shit by choice. You know what I'm saying? As long as everybody vibing, I don't even give a fuck if you subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as you tapped in. Once you give the view, it's all love. I'm not tripping either way. You know what I'm saying? That's why I keep it subtle. You know what I mean? But much love to everybody that's been here, that's tapped in, that shows some love and vibes. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. We're going to get back to this later on this week, all right? Tapping everything down below in like 30 minutes. Like 30 minutes. I got y'all, you know what I mean? Peace and love to the kings and queens.